Another day, another chapter here in the casual rooms. Let's see what my ninjas are going to do this time around. Opponent is rocking the Slifer field, so that's always Gucci. Um, let's see what my opponent is potentially up to. Okay, we are playing against Versus Soul. Normally, I would not negate this since they can special summon a lot, but it could be bait. I'm gonna save my Ash Blossom for later, in case they have it. So we're gonna see how far this gets us here. Okay, yep, using Borgar, so that you can, have the effect go off. Sure, that's completely fine by me. Um, Okay, so you can do your search and they dodge removal this way. Now I see. Now I completely see why Vanquish Soul is as good as they say they are. Although, granted, it is still missing a few key pieces of support. So there's also that. But if they're gonna do that, then that's what I Ash Blossom. Good thing I saved the Ash Blossom. So there's also that. But let's see how far my opponent's gonna go. Okay, they're gonna draw one card. They're going to basically use slightly more resources than usual. So there they go. Okay, they draw one card. The Rota is negated, and let's see what else they do. I'm afraid they're just gonna set. I'm pretty sure that's the trap card because they don't really have anything else going for them. So we stopped them with two timely pieces of interaction. So that's Gucci. We got the Green Ninja, which is something that I would rather not have in hand. I'd rather tutor him out, but okay, sure. Okay, they're gonna draw their one card again. That is completely fine. Quick effect activates by revealing. Wait, what does Mad Love do? This is return. Wait. Normal special summoned. Oh, it's not that. I think Borger is the only one who does that. Yeah, Borger's the only one who does that. Sure. We'll use Book of Moon later. Should it come to that. Okay. Then we're going to use Kagero to hopefully do our thing here. Okay, we'll normal Kagero, then we'll trigger. Oh, I knocked a can off, nearly knocked a can off of the desk. I think if a monster special summon to your field face up, you can target one of them, special summon this from your hand. Change the monster face out defense position. Target the monster on the field. You control a ninja, special summon this from your hand. I think I'd rather get Green Ninja into action here. There we go. So that's Fase down. That will be useful for later. Okay, now we go Mitsu. It's Mitsu. Okay. We're going to put her in defense because her booty is large. I was gonna say massive. Then we do this. I think we should just get Maizen, more than anything else. So we go this and well, not that. Well, actually, yeah. We can get her again later. And we put him here. Should have put him in extra monster, but I think this is fine. 2500. Any triggers? Nope. All right. Then we do this. We control the face down. Does my opponent have anything against it? No, they do not. Alright. We attack directly. Yes. This is 2500. Thank you very much. And there we go. And then we go to main phase 2. My opponent has not done anything just yet, so this is completely horrifying. Alright. Let's see what else happens here. We go to end phase, and the turn changes. Okay. I keep forgetting that Kagero summons in face down defense. Yeah, we had it face down defense. Yeah. But I think we can. Oh, nope. Okay, we got Kaiju. All right. They're gonna try to kill us this turn. Sure. Right, they're still drawing cards. They have drawn 3 cards this game. I think I definitely messed up somewhere, but we're gonna see. But I think my opponent is still like floundering about. They're still gathering their resources over there, right? Summoning Mad Love again. So they're gonna add a spell trap, not just a trap. They're gonna add a spell trap. I'm not quite sure what else my opponent's gonna do, but I'm pretty sure he's going to push his advantage here. Continue. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's just a one of. Most of the Vanquish Soul spells and traps are mostly just one ofs, since you have a lot of ways to search them. Mad Love specifically does that, so I'm gonna check my opponent's ratios probably after this game, or hell, even after this recording, because I don't want these recording sessions for the casual rooms to be too long. So we're gonna find out. Okay, just moving straight into combat. That is completely fine. Attacking Green Ninja. Okay, sure, that's fine. I didn't really. I made a mistake in summoning him from in defense position anyway, but he does have a thing. Okay, sure. We will change this to defense position because why not? It's during combat anyway. And then Mad Love is now like in a very vulnerable position. So let's see. So me and my opponent will be staring at each other for quite a bit. Although granted, they have accumulated a lot of resources over time. They have drawn like 5 cards this game, to my absolute none. So I could very well lose within the next couple of turns, but otherwise, this will be a slog of a game until my opponent gets a better foothold. Because I did manage to clip him in the 2 places that matter the most. So, this could take a while. So I'll just see you guys at the next interesting point. Okay, so a quick update here. There is no way in hell I'm going to be recovering after all of this, and they even burned me to death. Right on cue, me. Vanquish Soul. It's an advantage deck, so it's to be expected that they gain incremental steps ahead of their opponent over time. So this is like Vanquish Soul is like the perfect mid-range deck that most Yu-Gi-Oh players don't really know about, because being a mid-range deck in Yu-Gi-Oh is extremely rare, and you'd have to be a really good deck to be able to thrive in this kind of environment where you're either a super balls to the wall combo deck or an extremely slow plodding controlling deck. So, and with Vanquish Soul meeting it in the middle, that is a really big achievement, and it's even meta right now in the paper game. So that ends that duel. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, lost the die roll once again. Let's see what my opponent's extra thick deck has for us here. It's a 50 card deck. Opponent's rocking a couple of stuff, but our hand is decent, but nothing to write home about. We have the one-off field spell, where, in a game that has terraforming banned, well, that is something I sorely miss, but we're gonna see what our opponent has for us here. Using Rota straight away is not a good sign. Okay, Manadium. Excuse me. So they're gonna wombo combo off with synchro cards. So let's see how far they get here. We only have an Ash Blossom to defend ourselves with, so there's also that. So that's a special summon, Adamanadium. I don't know if this is where you stop it. I don't know if this is the proper choke point. But Manadium is literally just a vehicle for a lot of generic synchro cards. So might as well stop this now, and then just watch my opponent, furiously have a feel for themselves, while I just sit back and watch with a bunch of ninjas. So in case something more interesting happens, we'll just cut to my opponent's end board, and yes, they can keep going. So I'll just see you guys at the point where I'll have lost my will to live. Okay, so my opponent probably screwed up somewhere if their end board is going to be like this, but they do have 3 cards in hand, so that could be scary. We're going to start with Hidden Village of Ninjutsu and see if that prompts a reaction from my opponent here. I can't exactly lead with Infinite Permanence stopping Sprite Elf here, since they have so many ways to potentially get past my shit here, which is not really a good place to be. Oh my god. Manadium is a competent deck, so there's also that, but we can stop this. So we're going to use Called by the Grave offensively here rather than defensively, and let's see if my opponent has anything to say about that, which is usually something, but we shall see. I think reinforcement of the army gets us one thing, but we're gonna see right now. Okay, target opponent on the field or in either graveyard, activate an effect. Okay, sure. So I'm basically forcing them to use this so that they can literally save their herald from getting negated. Sure. So that means they potentially have another diviner of the heralds in their hand. That's why they used it so that they can avoid being negated all the way up until my turn. So, or wait, at least on their turn. But diviner of the herald will activate its thing. Sure, would have loved to have had infinite impermanence playable at this segment, but I think this is just right. Okay, sure. Sending Herald of the Arclight, so that will make them search a ritual monster or a ritual spell, and we will see what kind of spicy meatballs my opponent potentially has in their deck. Okay, just Herald of Perfection. Alright. Nothing too scary just yet. They don't have any negations to speak of, so we're going to lead with Hanzo here. We're gonna add a ninjutsu art that just resolves. Holy shit. So we don't have much in our graveyard, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the iron tool, the iron digger. Then we're going to use Rota and see what we can pull out of the deck. Kagero is something. Oh my god, we can't get much. Oh no. I think Kagero just for recovery much later. Okay. Then we're going to use Iron Digger. We're gonna put it here because why not? Okay. And then can only use if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard. Target one of your banished ninjas. Also treated as a ninja. I think I'd rather put it here. I'm gonna put it on Hanzo, make him slightly bigger, more vulnerable. Since this is a level, I think I'd rather still just kill Sprite Elf, you know, more than anything else. But we're gonna see if my opponent has something to say about that. Okay, using pixies, sure. My monster gets destroyed instead. That is completely fine. Then we'll just put infinite impermanence here to scare my opponent a bit, and we shall pass. Let's see if my opponent saves themselves from whatever combo they were trying to do. I mean, they do have access to a level 10 synchro here, so let's see if my opponent can kick my ass from here. Otherwise, we'll just move on to the next duel, which is always a possibility. We're gonna see here. Opponent is thinking here. I mean, they don't really have to think much. I only have like one piece of background, one card in hand. Man, I had such high hopes for the ninja deck, you know, coming out of the box. But it is playable, but you'd have to really kajigger your way into something, well, more than what we see here. So he's trying to revive again, but at least Sprite Elf can be targeted, so there's that. So we're gonna stop that and hope he forgets his imperm column, which is, you know, it's always a chance that they forget imperm column and then shame concede. It's a possibility, but we're just in the casual room, so surrendering early is very wholly forgiven in these parts. Let's see what else my opponent's gonna make. Again, they have access to a level 10. They have a 2 and an 8. Chaos Ruler, the Chaos, Magical Chaos, Chaos. Can be, yep, yeah, they are going, indeed are going for a level 10. I'm pretty sure it's just Baron de Fleur. Yes, that is fine. I'm just noticing now that she is wearing a midriff covering leather thing. I'm pretty sure that's leather. If not leather, it's latex or something along those lines. But it's literally just chest plate armor and then normal skirt and leg armor at that. So let's see what else my opponent is going to do. And they're going to ritual summon a herald from their hand. I'm pretty sure it's the herald they just searched up, or they could potentially have something more. Okay, they have the herald in hand, and then they're sacrificing a Benton, which will allow them to do even more searching. So at this point, I have very little faith that I will survive until my next turn, so we'll just skip to the next duel. The opponent is making me go second, so that's always a scary proposition. So let's see what else my opponent has for me here. Okay. Starting off strong with this hand. It would have been good if I went first, Okay, Vanadium. Yep, doing their thing. I don't think. Okay, we learned from the last duel. You don't stop the Vanadium cards themselves. You stop the payoffs. Let's see how far they go here. Okay, getting Abscission. That's fine. We're just gonna put it on auto since we're not going to do the max C check. So there's that. Okay, yep, Abscission, target a monster, destroy it, add the, I believe that's the field spell, so we're gonna see it right now. Yes, it is indeed the field spell. Peaceful Planet, Clarion. Okay, yep, destroy it without a card effect, yeah, sure, increase the level by 2, sure. That is completely fine, increase the level by 2. If I negate it, will this work? Let's see. Unless it doesn't, in which case I'm definitely fucked through it until Sunday. Alright, cool. It doesn't work because the effect is being applied by another card that is already in the graveyard. Alright, cool. So we're just going to, you won't be watching it. I will be watching my opponent furiously feel themselves once again because Vanadium is literally just an engine for the synchro combo decks that have been floating around in Master Duel ever since people got tired of using Dragon Link. So I'll just see you guys at the next interesting point. Okay, so after 84,000 years, my opponent has finally stopped doing what they need to do, and we're gonna see how far we can go. How do we do this? Special summon a ninja, that is fine, that is Gucci. Sure. Targets a face down while discarding the graveyard, summon it in face down defense position. I think we can do that. We can literally do that. Okay. So we're going to bait my opponent first. We're going to use Kagero here. I think we can fight through this, sort of. Opponent is not doing anything. Okay, that is weird, but okay, sure. Attack has been reduced. Do you have something for this opponent? No, you do not. Alright, cool. So far so good. Then we're going to do this, tributing the above cards if summoned or flip face up, banish another ninja, then banish it. I think we're going to lead with this, so let's see. We're going to put him in defense, there we go. Then why can't he trigger? If summoned or flipped face up, special summon, you can banish one other ninja. Is this only during the opponent's turn or tribute? Okay, we're gonna keep going then. Or does it need banish one other ninja or ninjutsu art card? Alright, cool. Okay, if they're going to fight this hard, we might as well go ham. But okay, we'll use Ash Blossom when they will force to negate with Baron de Fleur. But I think that will make us end up... Oh, he's not using Baron de Fleur. Okay, that is interesting. Okay, we're going to banish one of the Ash Blossoms. There we go. I don't think they were expecting that. That's why they're saving it. We will set... Who do we set on the field? It special summons it to face down defense position. I think we're just going to get YuGiOh. Might as well, right? There we go. So YuGiOh does his thing. What's stopping us? I think it's Nightmare Griffin. Spread the card. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Special summon monsters we can activate their effects unless they are linked. So, okay. Griffin is screwing us over big time. So, this duel is completely unwinnable. Let's move on to the next one. I have literally lost all my die rolls in this recording, and that is insane. We only have infinite permanence, but we do have a lot of good cards if we went first. So let's see what my opponent is going to do. They do have a very tight 40 card deck. Mathematician is usually not a good sign of fair things happening in this game. But this is Ash Blossom or Infinite Impermanence bait if I ever saw one, so we will bite it because this is a goddamn casual rooms and we can do whatever we want in here. Within reason, of course. So we negate Mathematician here. We're gonna say no to the old man with a beard that scratches the floor. Yes, I'm using the word scratch. It doesn't just, drag on the floor and produces pleasant sound effects. So they are forced to use that, sure. They're going to add that and then they're going to combo combo off to the stratosphere. So I'll just see you guys at my opponent's end board. Okay, so my opponent didn't end on as big of a board as I thought they would, so we're going to try and bait everything out. We're going to use Hanzo here. Summon Hanzo. We added ninjutsu art. Do you have... Okay, they don't have anything for it. Target a ninja, add it to your hand for the turn. I can add it to your effects. If destroyed, I think getting ninjutsu art notebook of mystery is always the go-to here. Send cards, special summon. I think we're going to do this first. We're going to summon a ninja straight from the deck. So let's see. Oh, okay, we're going to set something on the field that is interesting. This is where it gets dicey. We can get Mitsu. But that will be a later problem. I think getting YuGiOh is always like the go-to since he is the hardest brick in the deck, even though he's technically a soft brick. But we're gonna see here, right? We get Tobari. Then, do you have something for this opponent? Seems they do, but we're gonna see right now. I mean, they could use the Call by the Grave that they have so obviously set here, because there is literally nothing else they can interact with, because Hanzo's already done his thing. Then YuGiOh will permanently set at least two of his monsters face down, if it even comes to that. So, there's that. Summon in face up or face down defense position. Okay, we're going to summon Kagero in face up defense because we are good ninja players, question mark. Then we do that, and then we'll summon the green ninja. There we go. So we have successfully swarmed the board. Okay, there we go. We'll set Kagero to face down because she is literally the only target. Then we summon this guy in face-up defense because we can. There we go. Then Kagero does her thing. And then summon Tobari. There we go. Then Tobari is summoned. Then we do this. We're going to summon Yagura Maru. We're going to use Kagero and Tobari. There we go. We'll summon him in face-up attack. There we go. He special summon, he does his thing. We're going to banish, not the one in hand, nor the one on the field. We're going to actually get rid of Kagero since no, we should have not have gotten rid of Kagero since she will be useful for much later. Alright, but we've already done our thing, so we're gonna keep pushing on. It's worth less damage actually if we don't do it this way, so we're just going to do it like this. Oh, it needs to be face down. That's interesting. Wait, why can't I do that? Two ninja monsters with different types. Okay, this is wind and this is dark. Why can't I do that? That's interesting. By tributing, can attack directly. Alright, if we can't do that, then we're just going to attack with these two then. Okay. Then we attack with Yaguramaru. Then we attack with Hanzo. There we go. Then we go to main 2. Then we set this, and dare our opponent to cross our territories, where I will use Kagebunshin no Jutsu ×2 ×2. So let's see here. My opponent has 4 cards in hand. They have barely done anything with it. I believe their mills were pretty bad, all things considered, and I believe they were also counting on the old man here into milling something in order to get their play started. So we don't really look too good, but I don't like my opponent's odds as well. So we're pretty even, all things considered, unless of course my opponent does something that breaks this parity apart. So we'll just skip to the next interesting point. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so I ultimately left the game because my opponent left. I went downstairs to have a bathroom break, refill my water bottle because I still have stuff to record today, and the entire time the game was stuck there. So I'm pretty sure my opponent was cheating somewhat, bypassing the game security, just holding us both there hostage because I stopped them from doing their cool thing. YuGiOh players are salty like that. So I just ultimately, left the duel and let him seethe in his own rage. So we're gonna cut it here. Because I still have other stuff to do for the day. So if you like what you saw, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, toodles.